Good evening and welcome to episode 10 of the Get It Forward podcast. A good friend of mine in the studio tonight, played at a lot of clubs in our region, further afield as well, out of South Yorkshire, and scored a hell of a lot of goals in his time. Mr. Jamie Smith, welcome Jammer.
Yep.
Nice to have you on, pal.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, lads. Thanks for having me.
Eventually got here.
Yeah.
Nice little detour at Romarsh, haven't we, pal?
Well, you know, old clubs.
Well, it's a good starting point, that, mate. So,
yeah.
Junior football. We always like to start with junior football and get, obviously, clubs recognition for, I think it's the biggest stepping stone and a good starting point for everybody's career. So, where did it all start for you, pal?
Started for me, under 10s, chap juniors. I want to say he was my dad's pal at work, the guy who was manager, and that's kind of why I went there. I want to say that I'm not 100%, but that's how I ended up at chap juniors, and it were you'll have played it mixer leagues back then where under 10s were the sorting out year sort of thing. And then you kind of just put in groups with random teams, and then your top two go into A division year after. So chap juniors, first season, loved it. Couldn't get any better than that football.
You don't play a bit like, or?
Yeah, decent player, my dad. A lot of people say should have made it, but
right. Same position.
Yeah, well, he played up front wing, my dad. I think more out wide, my dad. But I kind of drifted towards. I didn't fancy running back all the time. So
like a common theme with like lads we've had on previously, in terms of that, and obviously you were our era. In terms of probably watch your dad play a couple of times, maybe towards the end of his career. Or
my dad played for Tinsley Wire, and they had a decent settle down at Ferrers Road, and I used to go down there every week religiously. Play with all the kids around there. I'm not lying, never watched him. never watched me. Every week, because we had a proper game at side on our pitch, what we'd made up.
Half time.
Yeah.
Daddy, we alright for Gwynedd?
Yeah. Every week. Yeah, all right for Gwynedd. And then so like I say, he kind of went down the avenue and do you want to play for a team? So
That's how you came about
chap juniors, and then so we got put in a league with Romarsh St Joseph's, with your dad's team, and I forgot who the other team were. So Romarsh, they romped home. We finished third or fourth. We did all right, to be honest. A lot of them had never played before.
And was it just like a throw it together season?
It was just a throw it together, where everybody we knew it was everybody's first season. That's when it started back then. Under 10s, we know under 6s like it is now. And then the year after, my dad saying, "Oh, do you want to stay here?" Don't get me wrong, there were some decent lads. Lenny played, Ben Leonard. He were in that team. Who you'll know. I don't think you'll know anybody else, but obviously that's where how long I've known Lenny. So me and him go back a little bit, and then the year after he said, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And I just kind of I wanted to go and play for Romarsh St Joseph, and I'm like, which we had no contact at that club whatsoever. None.
Where were you living at the time then?
Winkerbank.
Okay.
And so Winkerbank at the time. And then obviously my dad did what he needed to do to get in touch with your dad, which we didn't know at the time.
No.
And I went and played there in the A division the year after. And that's kind of how our football kicked off.
How long were you at Joseph's for?
I only went so I was there 1 year, and we got relegated. I think I finished second top goal scorer in league, and we got relegated. I remember I got 29. Got 33 first season for chap juniors, 29th year after for them, and Middlewood were superb, and I went trialling with them the year after, and I got in. But I'll be honest with you, I regret that move. Massively regret that move. I didn't start hardly any games for them the year after. I was just kind of brought in to sit on bench, which weren't me. Kind of broke me out first few weeks. Then I got used to it. I don't know why I didn't leave. Just carried on
So maybe 11, 12 then, Andrew.
12, yeah, 11, 12. Don't get me wrong, the side were really good. We won the A division. Obviously, I didn't win it, but we won it. But yeah,
Who else was in that team?
Carl Collar,
Carl
Mike Tower, Chris Bowler. I'm trying to think of anybody else who kind of made it into non-league as such. Some really, really, really good players. Nick Simmons was keeper, who was assistant at Droney. So that's how long I've known him. So yeah, but I was just brought in to kind of sit on bench. And I loved it at Romarsh. I think I just kind of got hooked on the thing that I wanted to play in the top division.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
Test yourself.
But
which you've done all your career, really. When we move on to it, you've tested yourself, haven't you?
yeah. So I always wanted to play as high as possible.
Yeah. So where did you go from there then? Did you?
So I finished that season with Middlewood. I'd played, I think I'd started 5 games, finished 1 goal behind one at strikers who played every game, which is mad. I tell you, so second to last game of the season, we've got to win both games to win the league. Young Gals are like right up us. Mikey Blythe played up front for Young Gals. So they had a really good side. So we play Brinsworth Whitehill away. We win 6-1. I score 5. This is on one of my few starts. I score 5. I turn up the week after. I'm back on bench. Literally, all lads are going, you've got to start. I'm on bench. I'm on bench. And I think we won 2-3 in that last game of the season and won the A division. Which, yeah, great. But I don't class that.
You got still coming and watching you and stuff. What were he like with it all and stuff like? Was he on the bench?
So, obviously at first, it was kind of like, look, you're going to have to see it a little bit. You can't just leave that for 2 or 3 weeks. And then obviously over time I was coming on, scoring, getting starts, scoring, and then a week after back to bench or whatever. If someone were poorly, I'd play, score, back on bench. So it was a bit of a waste of time that season, to be honest.
Manager's lad up front. She was allowed.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah.
But yeah, frustrating year. And then they got to the sort of the summer, and they all went to Rotherham. The two managers went to Rotherham, took majority at side. I'm pretty positive they asked me dad if I'd be willing to go, and I said no, absolutely no chance. To be fair, there were a few who sat on bench for me all season, which I was very surprised at. But like I say, you make your own decisions, don't you? And my decision was that I wasn't happy to go. And then Ray Barnes come in. Chris Barnes, do you know Chris Barnes? I don't know if you'll know him. You will know him. Played for Ireland. Little Barnes, yeah. So his dad took over Middlewood, so I weren't going to stay. And his dad took over, and obviously I played for him, and I loved it. I got back loving football again. So yeah, but I stayed with Middlewood for quite a few years after that. Played about 4 games and let me win.
What we always find interesting, pal, is the transition. So junior football into Misters football. So talk us about your transition and.
So what happened with me was I got to 15, 16 at Middlewood. I then had a few mates leave Middlewood and go and play for Handsworth, just the under 18s I think it were. And I went there for a bit, not long, sort of like played a few games, half a season I think it were max. And then I stopped playing.
Did you?
I kind of like had a bit of, I weren't bothered.
Well, when's the calling you for games on a Saturday?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember. But I just, in my head, I just thought, I just don't want to be here. So I stopped playing at Handsworth juniors. I had a bit of time, not ages. We're not talking a long time. I think from being about, I don't know, 6 to 12 months out, if that. And then I used to knock about with Barnsley, a few lads who played like in that sort of group when we were growing up. And then we went to Free Feathers pub on. I got talked in, so we were out. I think we went out just turned 18, going out downtown, and a few lads who were like, "Oh, why don't you come and play for us at Feathers?" And I was like, you know what, I might come, and then like I started playing for them, and it was just chaos. It was great, changing room, proper mesters, it's like proper mesters, football, bantering dressing room, and I was hooked again straight away, instantly hooked straight away.
Oh,
yeah. We had an half decent side, there's some not bad players in there, and then there was someone else running it called Steve Moffat, and I owe probably everything for my starting non-league football to him, because he was part of that management team, but he also had something to do with Alan under 19s, obviously where I met you. Yeah. So he says to us, it was me and a kid called Lee Brunt, very good footballer, great left foot. Still see Brunt in our, still see Brunt in our, so obviously we
looks like that's in Benny Hill.
Yeah, it looks like even that. But yeah, he took us to train with Alan under 19s in pre-season. He said wait till the end of the season, because I joined them just after Christmas, I think it were, Feathers. And obviously I was doing well, and he took me and him to under 19s trials at the beginning of the season.
Were it up at Sandgate, that line?
No, it was near Noah's Ark pub at there's a school.
Okay. Tapton, is it?
Yeah, no, near me. I forgot what it's called. Not Ridgeway. I already forgot what school's called, but it was just on a school field ground there. Yeah. And we turned up. I went. It went. No, we're near Handsworth, mate. You know where Dippy's, where Steelers bar is? Yeah, it's not far from near Fretchville, kind of like in between Handsworth and Fretchville way. So it was just a treat. I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. So I turned up. I mean, one of my oldest mates from school's there, which were great, because obviously I know someone. Because I don't think Brunty came to the first one. Because I'm turning up, I'm thinking I don't know anybody here. And I was kind of like back in my comfort zone with lads a little bit, playing with for the pub team. Yeah. So we rocked up. We played Noah's Ark. We're like a Sunday League pub team. Some decent lads who were playing for Allen Reserves at the time. Allen had a reserve team. So they kind of we played them. They had 2 or 3 who played for them, and we played for reserves, and we murdered them. We absolutely murdered them. I think we beat him 6-1, 6-2. I got 2. My mate who I were at school, he got 4. He signed us on the day for both teams, for the reserves and the 19s. And I just signed for somebody that morning in County Senior, and I had to tell them to cancel papers because Alan was saying that I had to play for their reserves if I play for 19s. And that's kind of how I got into sort of like Hallam. My start were at Hallam. And that's kind of how it come about, and I was doing really well for 19s, really well, and then I was doing like I said, well for reserves as well in County Senior, which were a decent league. Yeah. So and then I say it's kind of just went from there really. I would started breaking into sort of like first team. I got a
what manager at first team at the time?
Sean Hurd. Guy Glover, assistant manager. Did you play for Guy, didn't you?
I came in after that, I think, with Guy in charge.
So Eddie did a bit of workshop and that, weren't he, and stuff.
Yeah, Eddie went to workshop after us. So Sean Hurd manager, and then say Guy Glover assistant.
He got one way award, he said he got chucked into the bush, weren't they, after...
Ben Leonard.
Ben Leonard chucked him in the bush.
That's why his nickname was Bushbacker.
Bushbackers, I just think I was going to that. So we'll give Eddie a chance to come on and tell his side of the story. Yeah, so...
Oh, sure.
So would he have been North East Counties at that time, or...?
They were in... North East Counties Prem, I think. I think they were in Prem. Yeah. They had some good lads. Some good lads there.
Lee Mellon.
Lee Mellon came the year after.
Lee Mellon came same year as me.
Yeah. So when I went in, because obviously that first season, I didn't play kind of that much for the first team. So I kind of happened with that, whereas I'd been getting watched on for 19s, and I scored quite a lot for 19s, and same for reserves, I was going for them. And then I got called into the first team, and I remember playing because we were playing at Ossett Albion, I think it was. United and Albion back then.
Yeah.
So we played Ossett Albion away, and obviously I'm not expecting to start. I'm a bench short game, like 90 minutes bench. I think Massive came to help us that day. We were on loan from Alfred. They were like, we've got. I said, who you got at weekend, Dave, for reserves? And he were like, we've got so and so. I went, Sam, I'll play. And he was like, no, it's not up to me. I went, I'm not going. I goes, I don't see you playing going with first team. I'm not playing. I goes, and that's fine. But I don't want to sit on bench. I don't care. I don't care who I play for. I just want to play football.
Yeah.
So,
like you said, I have to get your bug back.
Yeah.
Like,
I was loving it in reserves because obviously the same managers as 19. So at 19s we're playing in reserves. It was very good. I loved it. I loved it in there with Dave and Mal. Very good blokes. And then I just blank refused to go. I just was like, I'm not going. So I'm either playing for you for reserves or I'm not playing at all this weekend. Because I didn't want to just go there to just sit on bench. And it didn't bother me that it worked first team and all like that at the time. I just wanted to play football. So he must have gone back and said what I'd kind of said. And I were at reserves that weekend, which were great. And then we had I had another few good weeks, month, whatever it were. And then I remember I'd not heard about first team, which for me were great because obviously I weren't going to play.
Yeah.
Got some good players, by the way.
Yeah.
Batesy were up front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good player.
Arthur.
I think I've got a feeling Arthur were there. Yeah.
Arthur. Askew were.
Yeah, I think Askew were at Allen at time. So they got some good players. It's not as though they needed me to be there.
Yeah.
But
Mickey Blythe playing there?
No, not Mikey Blythe. No. I'm trying to think. Who were there. There were a lot of lads who were playing for for Anza from the Chef Club over 35s. Had some good lads, really good lads. They had a good side. They were doing all right. So like I say, I just Spoon. Oh wow! What? Yeah. You know when you meet your first crazy person.
Yeah. Goalkeeper.
Oh, what a boy! What a boy! Well, obviously, I got to know Spooner when I went back with first team later that year. Wow.
Good lad.
Yeah, I loved him. Absolutely loved him. Like I say, he's your first. When you get people in football, don't you? You just think, I'll never forget him.
Yeah.
Danny Spooner was my first. But yeah, so we played. I got told we were playing first team in a friendly. So, but I was playing for night. It was on a Thursday night. I remember it. We played at Fairvale School. So on Astro, and then we got a game for 19s on Wednesday. So I played 90 minutes on Wednesday night for 19s. So I turns up there, Dave went, "You're not starting." I went, "That's fine. I'm not. I don't mind. I played 90 minutes last night." So we drawing 2-2 with first team. And he goes, "I'm putting you on last 20. I come on, scores 2. We wins 4-2 against first team for reserves." I never played for reserves again. Never played. With first team sat there.
Starting.
I didn't start the first game. I know I didn't. I remember going back, and I remember Guy saying, "Look, stick with us."
Go again?
Well, Guy, to be fair to him, come up to me, put his arm around me, and like, "Look, just we don't want to just chuck you straight in. It's not going to work like that." I said, "But it's not going to work like it were before when you're not getting any time." So I went in, it was like 15, 20, and then I remember starting, I just start right till the end of the season, and I scored, like I say, a few goals, did really well, and it kind of just went from there then. That's kind of how my non-league took off. So yeah, good start, great club. Didn't get as many fans back then though.
No.
Some more picture on it.
1400 with it first one.
Yeah, we were getting 35, 40, weren't we?
Even less than that.
Yeah. And then so we've got it on here that Gainsborough.
Yeah, so
I mean, this is where I first crossed paths with you, I think.
Yeah.
Gainsborough.
So
I think you were like shit out for Gainsborough, weren't you?
yeah, I had a good start. I had a good start at Gainsborough.
Did they play?
No. So that was my first season with Hallam, and then the second season I signed, I tore my groin. I had an operation on that. Got back towards the end of the season. My first start after tearing my groin the year after were in cup final. So straight in, have some of that cup final. We won that. Lee Mellon penalty 1-0 away at Buxton. Did you play in that?
No, I must come year after that. Then.
Right. We won cup final, and then the year after I signed again because I've not really had a season.
Yeah.
So I signed again. Back goes.
Yeah, talk us through this because you've had a couple of
of
back injuries.
So the back starts with a sciatica and we're just getting worse. Going to physio 2-3 times a week. It's just not going away.
No.
So you're seeing specialists and they're saying, it can take up to 3 months for this to disappear, and I've just got one of them bodies where it doesn't go back. The prolapse disc doesn't return.
Yeah.
So I have to have surgery.
Yeah.
So I waited on that. They rushed me in because of my age.
Yeah.
What year were you, 21? 22?
20 when it first went.
Yeah.
And then, so I had operation at 21, I think.
There's not like that pain, though, is there?
It's horrendous. I can't tell you how bad it is.
Like
The weight I lost, everything crazy.
Yeah. You can't eat.
Oh yeah, I weren't eating. Yeah, I weren't eating.
You can't walk at times. You're on your bloody hands and knees.
Yeah.
It's just.
I went a bad way. Yeah.
Oh,
for our underwear as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So I had operation, went really well. I don't think I played for Hallam again.
Right.
I think I went to Gainsborough.
What were your recovery time for that though?
I think I had operation in summer. Did I know it weren't in summer? I had operation. Yeah, I think it was summer. About 6 months.
Yeah.
About 3 to. I think you were about 4 to 6 months back on pitch.
Yeah.
And
then getting your fitness back.
Yeah.
And else,
and then you're going in halfway through a season.
Yeah,
no pre-season.
Yeah.
But it was just one of them injuries, like you said.
Had you already agreed before that you back went? Had you already agreed to go to Gainsborough?
Yeah. So I met Mitch. He phoned me up a few times, asked me to go and have a chat with him down at ground. He picked me up, went to ground. Great ground, as you know. Pitch looks unbelievable in summer. Not so great in January, it looks unbelievable in summer. You're going down thinking, oh my god, like no disrespect to Alan, but this is a good level of football. This. So we goes down there, and I'm sold straight away. I'm like, I wanna play here. So signed a deal till sort of like end of season.
Your contract? Or?
Yeah. But a contract that they were in the rights to cancel after so long if my back didn't heal, which is fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
So I don't care what money you write down on this paper at this time. I just want to play.
Yeah.
So
of course your support's going through the roof as well. What were they getting at time? 400-500 maybe?
Yeah, 400-500.
Decent.
Decent. So at the time I say all I'm bothered about is I need to play here.
Yeah.
So I signs, it gets operation done.
Yeah.
And then I'm back. I want to say just before Christmas. And I came. I can't remember which one my first game were. I've been training.
Had you felt good after that?
Yeah.
Had you?
Felt really good. Nothing.
No.
Took the time.
But you were sceptical though. Took
the time. Yeah, because you know it's like obviously you've got it now. So when you stick your leg out, it's the shooting pain is horrendous. Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? So I'm thinking obviously when I first fire on, but I've been training, felt good.
Yeah. So
we goes to Workington away. My first game, by the way, what a trek.
Tricky though, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm coach, back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So we goes up to sort of like Workington on coach 5 hours.
Just as top of brandy or something just before we go out to just double this pain.
Yeah. Well, what a journey that way. You feel like you're on there forever, don't you? On coach.
Yeah, it's one of them where I was thinking that when you're going to whip before sit, you know, at weekend.
Yeah,
You think, oh, we're nearly there, and then you go down on the divot and you see signs saying, whip me 50 miles. Workington's one of
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
isn't it?
I always used to get whipped on a midweek as well.
No, not for me.
Tricky now.
I had Workington on a midweek, and I think I've had what other one?
Camden.
Blythe Spartans. That Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kendal, Lancaster.
Yeah.
I think we've all ticked him off midweek.
Horrible. Yeah, nice early start.
So Workington away. So did you start?
Yeah.
Did you? No.
Yeah. So I'm thinking.
Well, Mitch must have thought a lot about it.
To be fair to he did. To be fair, Mitch.
Who's playing up front with you?
My first game, I can't even remember.
On his own.
Yeah,
Starts with
Hit him and get round.
it were a lad. I forgot his name. It were a lad who we'd signed from Grimsby. Played pro at Grimsby. I forgot who it were. Forgot his name. He didn't stay long. He didn't stay long at all.
What year would that have been? 2000.
God knows.
21, 22, so.
2006, 2007,
It's got to be somewhere in there, and it might be a bit earlier.
Just a bit earlier, I think.
But yeah, I can't remember his name. I'm sure it was a lad from Grimsby. But he was there, Reeves there. David Reeves.
Right, yeah, cool.
What a boy he was.
Good player on,
Yeah.
Goal scorer.
Obviously, you were on.
Big goal
ex-Chelsea.
scorer. He were at Aquaforce for a bit, weren't he? Reeves?
Yeah.
Damien.
Yeah, good bloke, right good bloke. Even after when he'd left and he went to Alfreton and that, when I'd see him and that, he'd always be straight over and good bloke.
Yeah.
But yeah, Workington away, first game, and it goes from there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good start.
So you started Christmas your first season there. What did you end up with goals wise? Did you decent return for half a season?
I were in double figures. I finished top goal scorer.
Sound.
I finished top goal scorer, but to be fair, all the rest of the strikers had come late as well. So Ryan Mallon came.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else we got that season. I think Ryan Mallon came. I forgot what the striker were. I don't know if we had a young boy.
Have you got a car school as well from Sheffield? Because there always seems to be a car
Yeah,
school
so,
from Sheffield. 2 games, but
Yeah.
First season was Liam. I'm sure Liam Needham. I want Liam Needham every week. Sure, it was Liam
What a
Needham.
great player.
Yeah, class.
Top player.
Very good.
Do you go guys left for a bit?
Guys, they got Matt Lock for a bit, weren't
Yeah.
He left us for Notts County.
they? Did
He went pro, so he had
he?
season winners.
And he started on Wednesday and then...
He went on Wednesday, and he kind of did well for us that season, and then an ex-manager of his took charge at County and took him with him. So
He came pre-season with me in Scully.
Yeah.
And he'd have signed
Yeah,
if we could have matched what Matt Lock were offering. But
Really?
they were nowhere near. He just enjoyed it, just said he just a bit like he was... It did sound like...
we lived all that way, didn't he?
Yeah,
All the
wasn't
bridge.
it? But we just couldn't get anywhere near what Matt Lock were offering.
Nah, fair enough.
But, he did full pre-season, but he was playing at friendlies. It was like, fucking hell, if we pull this off.
Yeah.
Happy days, like, but
Right,
never
players, so
listened.
physical, so fit.
Yeah.
Fit
A right
as-
decent kid and all.
Yeah, great lad. I loved him, lovely.
Yeah.
Honestly, so strong as well. He's just a joke in that department. Yeah, he just looked after himself, gym 5-6 days a week. I think he still is.
Was it?
Yeah. Just fit. Just let's say just miles fitter and
And not a
stronger than
million
everybody
fitter
else.
than everybody.
Yeah.
So how long were you just per season at Gainesville?
No, it's 3. So three seasons.
No
first.
more injuries, full seasons.
Well, we were a bit up and down. So first season was that play against you first season? In fact, no, it went with third season. With third season when we played you. So the first season.
Becky, I can remember.
Yeah, he came after me. But yeah, first season. Obviously, I started at Christmas, finished that season off. Good season. Signed another year. We're happy to sign another year. I got
Mitchell in charge.
Mitchell in charge. Yeah, I got a bit of interest to be fair from a bit higher up, but
Any names?
it were Russian and Downs at the time,
Crikey.
so they got in touch with me.
So they've been conference at the time, or?
Doing League Two,
Jesus.
so they got in touch with me. Probably shouldn't have by rights, but Asked me to go down. I don't really know how it come about, to be honest. I think they've been to watch a few times, and they phoned me and asked me to go and sign the day after, and that they'd just sort it out at a tribunal. And I didn't really want to go down that route. Yeah, I kind of got a bit too much respect for Mitch to just kind of go down and go, oh, by the way, I'm off, see ya.
Do you wish I'd have done it?
I regret that decision.
Yeah.
I regret that decision because it didn't work out in my favour.
Yeah, it's funny that we've had, we're into his 10th podcast now, and there's always been, I wouldn't say regrets because your pathway and the people you and the lads you play with, you shouldn't regret, because it's been a great year, but there's just always something with someone, I wish I'd done that, or if I'd have gone there, it might have looked different.
If you go back 20 years now, you do it.
Are you going?
Yeah. Just more. It were a bit of a. It were a bit.
What more about the approach?
So I speak to this guy. He's rung me up. Look, we want to sign you.
Yeah.
Come down. I think I forgot what we were manager at the time. You'll know him. I forgot what it was. Still he's managed at a good. I'm sure he's managed in Prem or in Championship. So he's manager. I wanted to go down there after sign. I've said I'm not willing to just do that. So I rings Mitch. I tell him Mitch kicks off. They can't do that. They can't. So
I'm finding the
job. So I'm thinking, fucking hell, what have I said here? What have I done? He's kicking off about it. I'm rightly so, by the way. I mean, look,
there's a way of doing things.
I look at each situation, me, from every angle, and I look at it from his, I look at it from mine. And and as you get older, like, I mean, at time I was fuming because it was like he ended up stopping that happening, so he kind of just went not happening. Yeah. And if you kind of comes to your night, we're doing you for an illegal approach, you're still under contract with us, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you also think, on the back of that really good start, you think, well, somebody else will come anyway? If they've come in.
Yeah. I don't really know what to make of it at the time.
But you were happy, weren't you? I was looking for a way out.
I was looking for a way out.
I went regular and.
Yeah, but I got an issue towards the end of the season. I got like an inflammation on one of my bones, and it was causing me some. I was playing, but it was causing me some hassle, and it disrupted me pre-season. And then it comes at the beginning of the season after, and I weren't ready to start. I won't lie, I weren't fit in regards
because of this ongoing.
Because of this inflammation, yeah. And I would schedule to have an injection into it, and then it just started to just get better. It was just like it would gradually after 3-4 months starting to just disappear.
Once running into the pre-season.
I wish it were that.
Once CD player going to win a test on it, just start to picking up a bit.
Yeah. First game of the season, Gaffer.
I'm available.
So eventually I'm back. I don't know if I was ready for the first game. I had a few games in. And I went at it. I weren't ready. I weren't fit. I'd not played, and I was told there were bids in from them. I don't know how true that were. I was told from a good source they were in. So we'd obviously been rejected, and then we got. I forgot exactly what happened. We've gone through a bit of a bad patch, and obviously I still weren't up to speed, sort of thing, playing like I were year before.
Yeah. But you were playing.
And I can imagine they were thinking, fucking, why have we not got rid of him at this time? When we've been offered money, why have we not took that? And I can imagine it was frustrating for them. So we get, I don't really know what happens, but I ended up fucking having an argument with Mitch about something to do with training. And he just fucking flies off handle at me. Like, literally, I don't know what's really going off at time. Only young and fucking we had a bit of a spat. And he virtually said to me, you're not fucking playing for this club ever again. So I'm like, what's going off? But he'd lost it with me. He'd probably, like, Ed had gone. Yeah, he'd gone. And then I I literally fucking end of that season. I think this was around Christmas time again. I ended up going out on loan to Ilkeston. So he's telling me I'm done. I'm still at this like point a bit confused to how bad it's got. And then so I goes out on loan. Nigel Jemison. He takes me on loan at Ilkeston. Someone came all the way from Ilkeston to Gainsborough to kind of take my sort of like place. So I
go in similar level at the time.
1 league below.
Okay.
1 league below. So I goes down there. We did 3 1-month spells down there. I think I scored 10 in 11. We went from 14th in league to into playoffs, and then my time's up, but I'm not allowed to renew.
Yeah.
So
you missed playoffs.
So yeah, well, they did end miss playoffs by 1 place, but I had to kind of leave with a month to go. So I rings Mitch and I says, "Oh, like what's going off?" And he went, "Harrogate have come in. You're going on loan there now." So I literally goes from Ilkeston to Harrogate like that week to go and play the last 3-4 games for them.
Near last one in charge.
Near last one were in charge, yeah. So I goes up there. First week, by the way, I'm in autopilot. I fucking drives to Ilkeston. I'm fucking off. I'm nearly off. I'm halfway 3/4 down, and I'm thinking, fucking hell. And then I've got to go all the way, complete all the way to Harrogate. So I'm ringing Gaffer and going, "Look, I'm sorry, like I'm going to be late." And he's like, "What's your first game?" And Aspen's fucking by the book, and I'm like, "I'm not going to lie."
It's probably regimental.
Oh, fuck, unbelievable in that regard. He demands respect and gets it. But fucking, I'm halfway down Ilkeston. I rings him up. I'm like, I'm gonna be a bit late, and they were like, "Oh."
You'd have been alright if it were a away game down
I could have
done
with something, yeah. But yeah, it didn't work out too well first game.
So Harrogate will have been Conference North?
Yeah, Conference North. Same as Gainsborough.
So did you play with who did we have on the Harrogate through there? Mozza, yeah. Did you play with Mozza there?
No.
When it crossed paths with Mozza there, no?
I went there for a month, and then the year after,
Don
Roma was before me as well.
Okay.
Fozzie.
No, before me. Fozzie were there when I went on loan.
Right.
The first time round. Luke Foster were there, yeah.
I don't know about mine.
Yeah. Oh, Martin.
Yeah.
I thought Luke Foster weren't there. No, not now. No, they weren't. No, Luke Foster weren't there.
If you got any Martin Foster's car school plus.
There's been some stories about that.
I'll be honest with you, because it were only three sort of like 3-4 games, I just kind of took myself. Didn't really know anybody that well up there. Didn't know anybody before I got there at all. So I kind of went up there again.
It's a good job they weren't driving a fucking bus. They were all over the place, weren't they?
Yeah. Oh.
So just a month there then, and
just a month, and then back to Gainsborough sort of thing. Yeah, kind of. I don't know if you know about.
What are you expecting there then? When you go back in?
Well, this is the issue. So obviously, you know what the Bosman ruling is at the time. So you sign a contract. So when I told you earlier, I'm sat in this room and all I care about is I want to play here.
Yeah.
Well, I fucking didn't realise I was shafting myself by signing this shit contract. What I were held to for 3 years. So
it were in clubs' interest to offer you a release. It weren't on your terms; it were their terms.
Oh yeah, well of course it was, because at Bosman rule under 24, they can just offer you the same as the year before, and you have to sign.
Yeah.
Or they have to.
40 goals, 50 goals, 60 goals.
Or there has to be a tribunal. Well, there has to be a tribunal, and then I guess all I'm thinking to myself is if they post one out, I'm fuming, because at the time, like I said, Mitch had made it pretty clear that I weren't part of his plans, which is fine. And then
so talk to Mitch now.
Mate, I love Mitch. I've got no hard feelings towards Mitch. He's one of the best managers I've ever played for. In regards to, he could find a player. Literally could find a player. Fantastic manager. Like I said, I think some of it was just blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
And obviously he's gone on to do good things. He's a massive part of that Sheffield United team that went right from League One right up to Prem.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, I've got
work with Mitch.
I've got utmost respect for Mitch. I've got no.
Great fella.
Yeah, and I've got no qualms in. Look, like I said earlier, I understand it from everybody's point of view. I understand it from his. At time, I'm fucking fuming. He's fuming. Yeah, that's how it works. Isn't it? Yeah.
There's loads of steam when he's head, but not his head.
So I guess this letter through door, like literally posted to my house, offer at contract, and I'm thinking, fuck, how another year on this money here? So
Have that been the 4th year?
third year. So I get this letter through, and I'm thinking, fuck's it. So I rings him. I thought I'm ringing him Mitch. So I rings Mitch, and I'm like, Mitch, I just had a letter through the door. Why am I being offered another year? So he went,
I've been out on loan.
yeah. I said, yeah, you told me you didn't want me, sort of thing. Why can't I just go? And he was like, well, he said to me, he went, look, I'm willing to put my hands up. You need to put your hands up. It's been a big misunderstanding. I want you to come back, and I want us to fucking have a fresh start. So I said, yeah. I went, all right, yeah, that's fine. I said, but we need to speak about my money. So, and he was like, no, we don't. No, we don't. So, like,
That's the offer.
I'm fucked. So, I goes,
Is it decent brass or?
no, mate, no. So,
We're wrong era, weren't we?
mate, that was shit for that era. What I was getting, mate. I was like,
I'm just thinking, you know, back of the Ilkeston spell where you scored a lot of goals.
mate, I was getting 80 quid. I'll tell you now. I was getting 8, so I was getting 40 quid, but 80 quid if I played. So I mean, I'm on 40 quid.
Training once a week, twice a week?
It's twice.
Okay,
Yeah, twice.
You're
Yeah.
not getting out there.
No, not earning money. No.
No, not after he draws the raw match.
No,
Petrol.
So yes, I'm getting.
It's surprised with that. It's surprised
Yeah.
with that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, the season I played against you in FA
Yeah,
Cup,
yeah.
I'm getting 80 quid.
Yeah.
So third season, we start. To be fair, I went in, I was fresh, I was ready. I'd had a good break over the summer.
You think Red show you?
Well, yeah, that was my attitude at the time. I got a good fire back in belly, really good pre-season, and all I'm thinking to myself at the time is, are we really alright? And I am.
I was about to ask you.
I'm thinking, are we, and it was so sound training, like nothing had happened, which were great, because I didn't want to go there and feel awkward.
It's a bike weight test this time.
Yeah, took part in it this time.
They've got a bit of a...
Got runners out. Got runners out this year.
It's hard again.
Yeah.
Didn't partner me set up with certain lads as well. Don't
Oh,
with
wow,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
know
with
that.
keepers.
Yeah, get the keepers, yeah. So I goes, honestly, great pre-season, and I'm thinking to myself, are we all right? And then I've had the best pre-season. I've scored loads in pre-season, played really well, and I'm thinking, first game of season, we'll know. Because I'm thinking I've definitely deserved to start, and I've got Steve Charles who's there at the same time, and he's saying to me, I think you start Saturday, mate. You were coach. He's going, I think you start Saturday. You've been superb in summer. So I'm like, well, we'll see. And I did. I'm in line up, and I'm thinking, sound. Now we can kick on from here. 10 minutes in, I get absolutely nailed. Away at Southport, my dad's fuming, he's paid 15 quid to get in. Drove all the way to Southport. 15 minutes in, I gets nailed. He hits me on nerve on my knee. I'm out for a month. I had to come off pitch straight away. After pre-season I was absolutely fuming. So that was that. But then I got straight back on track. I was straight back in, and I think after 11, 12 games, I'd scored 10. So we were.
It's a decent return.
Yeah,
It's a decent
yeah.
return for 80 quid.
Yeah, right. We were just
Okay,
going for 80
okay.
quid.
Any goal bonus?
No, there were no bonuses in there.
No.
That were it. But.
I'll give 80 quid now if it was 10.
But yeah, and
You're
then
81.
and then Mitch left. Mitch left. He resigned. He resigned.
What sort of part of season was that then? Like 10 games in, 12 games in or something?
No, it were. I think it were around Christmas time. I
Okay.
think it were around Christmas time.
So does that leave you then?
Well, like I said, made a good. It was a bit of a weird season, to be fair, because
Who came in for
we
him?
got no one came for him. He just walked.
No, I mean who came in as a manager at Gainsborough after he went?
Charlo stepped up,
Okay.
Steve Charles, and he brought Reevesy back in.
Okay.
But we'd played so many games that they were me, Ryan Mall and Paul Clayton who played at Alfreton, player by the minute.
Lad going on.
I could have picked him up, he lived near home.
Mine's only Goldthorpe.
Goldthorpe, yeah, I know, I've dropped him off once.
Yeah.
He's turned up. Oh wow, what character. Unbelievable.
You didn't stop when you dropped him off, did you just chuck him out?
Yeah, you just opened the door and wheeled him out.
I've got a couple of stories about him, but I'll leave them to an Ardwine because he's such a talented lad, but didn't realise how fucking good he were.
No, he didn't. He left. He actually left not long after Christmas. He went to Alfred. Yeah, I think he went on contract. So Alfred came in, offered him decent dough compared to what he were on. I think it was the same as me. Yeah.
We're getting some good value for money.
That's what I'm saying. Good manager, mate. Got some great players in on hardly any money. So you're working. I reckon Mitch will work in on one of the lowest budgets in the league year on year at Gainsborough.
Unless Mitch were on 1,500 quid a week.
Yeah, they might not look to it that way. So, but yeah.
Good job, James. Well, that's another 34.
Yeah, cheeky little bonus. But yeah, so it goes from. He says to us, "Oh, we're kind of like we're going to mix it up. We all three can't just play the same to every game, otherwise someone's going to get unhappy." So we were playing. Obviously, play 2, miss 1, play 2, miss 1, which weren't great. It weren't ideal. Yeah. But we gets to Bradford Park Avenue away in FA Cup. One before first round, so it's a big game. So we go away Bradford Park Avenue. I went on bench week before it was my turn to sit out. I gets there, he names team, I won't bench again. So I'm thinking, I've scored a lot of goals this season, and I'm still on bench for this big game.
So that must have been the year you beat us, then, at Stockyer.
That was the year.
Because I think it was second or third qualifying round.
Yeah.
I think it was at your spot, didn't you?
Yeah.
6-2, I think it was.
7-1.
Was it?
Yeah, because we played your pre-season, you battered us, didn't you?
Yeah.
So we're thinking.
Did I play 7-1?
Yeah.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Did you score?
3.
Oh, bollocks.
You've got contact.
No, Ringy scored
Did
there. You had a good sign out that day, you know. I've seen programme of that recently.
Yeah.
Richo played, you played.
Yeah.
Vardy played.
Yeah.
Ringer. I'm sure Wardy played.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
We'll have been Division 1 though then, I think. You were in Bond and you're
you were.
You're have been Conference North.
I don't know if you were doing one Prem, you know.
Yeah, let's just
We'll
say
say
that.
what?
Let's just say that.
Murdered us pre-season though. We were fearing the world. We were looking at it thinking, these bastards pre-season. 3-0 beat us pre-season, I remember it. Because we had Ross Anna, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
But he left, I think, just before that game.
You can't be too much into pre-season. It's all about FA Cup qualifying intake. Just rushes to one side. So he went to Bradford and you started the at Bradford.
No, sub up.
After being told you were going to play, or did you?
No, I didn't say anything. It was my turn to play, and I just assumed we playing a team, especially the team league below, scored like I said 9, 10, and 12. I expected to start, and I didn't, and I think that were it for me. I think it kind of everything that had happened that season. I just thought I'm not in what you class as your best 2 forwards, which were kind of soul destroying at the time. I think because I'd had such a good start. Like I say, I played against you, didn't I? But that were it. And he, to be fair to Mitch, he left a few weeks later, which didn't really. It wasn't good for a club, I don't think.
No.
He'd done so well, especially with the budget he'd got. And then kind of Charlo come in, and I were a bit down in the dumps at the time. I think that were it. I think that sucked all life out of me. That decision. Came on, scored 2 by the way. Came on, scored 2. Broke me at half time.
You get through?
Yeah. Got out the bullet next round.
Oh,
one. Sell out. Got hammered. 7-8 goal. Yeah.
So like that one.
Serves you right for fucking beating us.
No, I didn't start that one either.
So he's turning again, cool. He's turning again.
But yeah, that's and then obviously Mitch left, Charlo come in. There were Ed had gone. My head had gone at the time. I genuinely think I needed a break. It won't happen to my lad. So, it won't, will it? If he ever makes it to that sort of level, it's not gonna happen to him, is it? It's gonna be kind of like, no, you're not signing that type of thing. So
Unless stipulations are right.
yeah, of course, but I didn't have people around me who'd sort of like played at that level or no, so I didn't know anything.
Again, though, because it's huge jumping it from going from Albion to East Counties.
Yeah.
To where games were at the time.
Yeah.
So you just think,
Yeah.
I'm trying to go prove myself.
Yeah, well, that
You
really.
did that,
That
though.
really.
You must
he
have
did.
felt like you did that.
Well, I must have, because obviously.
To be around that level for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like one club's a huge achievement.
Yeah, so step 3.
Yeah.
Step
Yeah.
3, isn't it?
2.
Step 2, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and then obviously I had that conversation with Charlo, and then I went Chef Club. So
Close to home.
yeah,
More money.
yeah, fucking dead.
2 leagues below.
Dave MacArthur.
Dave MacArthur. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, the people at the club and the lads,
Top draw.
brilliant. My head weren't in the game at all.
So we got in that change room.
Dolby were in it.
Dolls were in there.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, still mates with Joe. I love Jonah.
Phil Powell.
Phil Powell. It was Phil who kind of sorted that move out for me. I had an opportunity to
Gav
go
Smith.
there, or Gav Smith, or Halifax with Gemmo,
Yeah.
and I should have took the other option because I think he'd have got my head back in game more. Whereas I went there.
What do you know, like saying Edward again? What I just fell out of
I
it.
just
a little
kind
bit
of,
again, a
yeah,
little
with
bit.
politics and it
Yeah.
all, that I'd just been shafted for sort of that long, and messed about in regards to, like I said, we with the finances as such. Whereas I went there and I just lost.
That's not
the
your
love for it.
friend as a kid who just wants to go play football.
Yeah. But I think that, like Dave MacArthur must be looking at this and thinking, fucking hell, I've got a right signing here.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did.
Coppola?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cops, character.
I dropped on him not long.
Do you know
since
what?
the petrol station at Ireland.
You can say what you want about him. He were a player,
Right good.
weren't he?
Yeah.
Right player.
So when we were at
Right handful.
yeah, when we were at Buxton, you got Reed and Cocknell as a front two.
Yeah.
Deal with them two.
Yeah, Cops, good player. Really good player.
Quick.
What else we had? Yeah, he had everything.
Just trying to
Yeah,
think,
everything.
'cause that'd have been, they'd have been saying.
Well, I'll tell you who we got. We got Matty Lawton on loan from Sheffields.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow,
That's
what
right.
a player he came.
That's right.
I remember him coming in changing room first week. We got him on loan. Looked about 12 by that. I'm thinking he's not ready for non-league football. This kid. He's like 10 minutes in, just offing people, and I'm like, what is happening? What is going? Yeah, just thinking he's going far.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going far.
He's done well.
He played in Prem. Played in Prem.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Still playing.
you knew.
He was at
He spelled at Burnley, didn't he?
Yeah,
we were at Villa for a while.
Then
weren't
Villa.
we? Yeah.
All the way around.
I
Around
think it
Villa.
was Villa and then Burnley.
And then, I don't know, did he drop into non-league for a bit?
No, I don't know if
go
he did. I
abroad?
thought he'd just dropped
I
down.
know something. Yeah, I remember reading something about that. I'm sure
What,
he
you
went
think
to
he went?
non-league.
I don't know if he went non-league or did he go abroad, I can't.
I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, he came.
North, Unibomb Division 1 South, probably
Yeah.
below
Matty
his
Aldrin
division.
No, he
I think
came.
Matt Aldrin,
That's-
Cushy.
He
Cushy
came the
went
summer I
through,
left.
didn't he?
So I only there 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I was only there 6
Did you
months.
play a lot?
I did it when I first went there.
Was it a decent forward line? That wasn't it? Fucking hell.
Yeah, and like I said, there's no excuse on my side. I went at it. I really were.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'd lost love for it. Me and my dad were like, "What's up here?" And I was like, "Don't know. Don't know if I'm asked." Sort of
Couldn't
thing.
get it back.
No, not at time. Not at time.
Good changing room still, like.
Right. Honestly, the people there realistically should have brought me kind of back round. But I don't know what it were. Just fell out of love with it massively. Literally, just didn't want to be there. And probably played like that as well because, like I said, towards the end of the season, I were on bench, and I weren't arsed. I were on bench.
No.
I weren't like thinking to myself, "Oh, desperate to start" or all that. So, not really that bothered. Which is shit from my side. I don't pretend it in, and it's shit for them because we lost in playoff final on penalties to go up that season, and then obviously Dave and Wally left and Dobbs took over year after.
Yeah.
But I got another year by the way. I'd signed 18 months for you. And
Oh, you
Dobbs.
might have done me and Sammy then that year.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah, we did beat you on it.
But that's it to me.
Yeah, we did beat you up.
What did we bring him on for?
Yeah, we did. I remember
Yours,
that.
I think it was.
It were ours.
2-1,
Yeah.
wasn't it, or something?
Mm.
3-2 or something.
Yeah, we're close. I remember it. I think we're on
I
bench.
definitely scored in that, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I definitely scored in that. But yeah, we went up the year after.
Did you?
Yeah.
Decent.
The year after, but I can remember that one, yeah. Remember your beating us in centre. What did you lose to final that way? I can't remember.
Yeah, you were out near Macclesfield where I think.
Leak, no?
No. No, beginning of then.
Nantwich.
Might have been Nantwich, yeah.
Aye, probably right.
That's towards
They're a great side.
Yeah.
They're a great side.
Yeah, we lost on pens in final.
At their spot,
Yeah.
they used to get decent crowds and all.
Yeah, it was decent. In
Yeah.
fact, it was good.
Lovely setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, decent pitch.
Yeah.
And then I think we lost in that, and then I think we won Senior Cup at Hillsborough week after against Worksop 2-0. Oh yeah.
That first time you played at Hillsborough?
Yeah.
Were it?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, massive for me that kind of.
Oh God.
Yeah, brilliant, great experience. I was shit. I think. I'm sure I was crap. Come on, we're on bench again. Come on, I don't think I played that well, but like I said, we won 2-0 at Hillsborough. Good experience in
absolutely.
home ground.
Yeah.
So I've got a year left.
We signed a contract at Sheffield.
Yeah, 18 months, yeah. Because they paid a little bit of money to Gaines, but it weren't a lot.
85.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, it weren't a lot of money.
Which wage?
Yeah, it went a lot of money. And then kind of we were gonna, another year, Dobbs come in, took over, phoned me up. I'd had a phone call about 2 days before off Harrogate Town. Aspen phoned me up, said I want you to come here next year. And that were it. My heart was set on that instantly. I thought I need to get back to that, to sort of like out of my comfort zone, not just easy Aussie with my mates at Sheffields.
Yeah.
I need to kind of go back and get back to sort of that level and push myself. And then Dobbs phoned me up and he went, "Oh, I've had budget cut, I need you to take a pay cut." And I was just like, "No, I'm not doing it, mate." I thought, I've been on shit money me for years. I've actually got something half decent now. There's no way I'm taking a pay cut 6 months into it.
No.
So you were like, well, we don't know what we'll be able to do then. And I love Dobbs and all. Felt a bit of a dick at the time, and then Harrogate made a little bid to them and they just accepted it, and that was me. I were up there. And then that's when I got me.
You went straight there this time. Okay, no.
Oh, but I loved
Get
it.
yourself up here, son.
Yeah. I loved it up there.
Yeah.
Loved
Did you?
it. I loved it.
The
Best club I've ever played for.
Harrogate?
Yeah.
What it?
Best
Really?
club I've ever played for.
And how many seasons
Everything
were
about
there?
I only there one.
Really?
I only there one because I left with the gaffer at the end of the season.
Halifax. Yeah.
So, but there was nobody else I wanted to play for after I played for him. He were unreal. He would literally.
As in, you know, I mean, obviously I come across him 2 or 3 times because Halifax were in our league for a season, obviously before they went back up into Conference North when they'd got a front line, Daniel and Vardy and Scott Hogan.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Weren't too bad.
But Dino were there and all, when it's time, bless him.
It were blessing.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking handful.
Yeah.
But I come across Neil a couple of times, and he come across a right decent bloke,
Great good bloke.
lovely bloke, but there's been 2 or 3 people who have played for him who've just said like, how professionally work, these demands on players and stuff like that. And
You just didn't say no.
no.
You didn't say
Did you feel
no.
like? Did you feel that was closest to playing professional as you got? At Halifax.
Halifax obviously were
Because like just at ground and everything.
yeah, the ground were great.
Which is really strange because Harrogate are doing better than
The
Halifax.
stand was just getting built at the time, you know,
The big one.
the new one.
Yeah.
That were in process. I went there longer,
Oh, yeah.
if I'm honest now, because I
So Harrogate by the time where you
So
enjoyed.
when I had the year at Harrogate with him, I'd got the back problem again, different leg towards the end of the season, and then all of a sudden it just got worse.
Another op.
Another op. Yeah, another op, and I think I tried to come back too early, and I just never recovered. I couldn't recover. I remember being
Do
at
you know when
training.
you've had these back, you're obviously twice. What were clinicians saying to you? Well, did you hear any
No.
thoughts that you couldn't recover from it and play again? Or?
Not before the op. No, not before the op. Obviously, they give you the percentages, don't they?
Yeah.
They give me the same percentages first time round, and I've never ever had a problem since with right side. And then the left, no, with left side, sorry, with left side, and then the right side second. Be same sort of thing. And
Same pain and everything. Just...
Yeah, just the same. And then I had the surgery, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's all gone well." And then I went back training, started running, working with Halifax physio at the time. Didn't phone him up, and I went, "Gaffer," I says, "I'm struggling." I says, "I'm not ready to play." And I says, "I know I've already played a couple of games." I says, "But I'm not ready to play." I says, "I'm struggling." And they were like, "Yep, take a sort of a month off if you want, and then let us know how you are." And it just got worse and worse, back to point where I was worse than before I had pop. So like I couldn't straighten my leg out, I couldn't sleep, I was back on painkillers, and I'm thinking I'm struggling here, I'm struggling big time. And then
affecting work as well.
Oh, massively affecting work, yeah, massively affecting work. But yeah, it were bad. I mean, you know what the pain's like. It's absolutely horrific. I was taking 28 painkillers a day. It's mad, that, isn't it? So taking 28 painkillers a day. I had an injection into my back 4 months after operation,
They're not nice either.
No, or they're worse than surgery. And then didn't recover from that. Then another one. So surgery, and they were like, "Oh, I want to do another one." Did another one, nothing. They don't. You get pain free for a few days, and you think, "Oh, sound," and then it just straight back to how you were.
It messes with your personality, your mindset, everything, doesn't it?
Sleep. Yeah.
Do you know when you're in pain?
Sleep patterns and everything.
Everything, yeah. Waking up at
like
night.
Like you were saying, you're eating, you go downhill, you lose weight because you're not eating, you're not happy. It's just...
I weren't happy. It's horrible, isn't it? Pain, sweat, work, plumber as well, by the way. It's difficult.
That's why mine would flare up. If you're in one position at one time.
Yeah.
Plumbing.
What do you mean?
When you're plumbing like it.
I plug some holes every time. Well, no, just like that, static for a minute, and then that sudden move, a bit like a playing centre half. Yeah. Static for a long time, and then move.
And then trying to set off. I got told that after the second one, I literally went in to see surgeon, and he just went, "You're not going to play football ever again." So I was sat there thinking, "Oh God."
To what age?
26.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 26, 27. So I've gone from getting moved to Halifax with Gaffer, who I've absolutely loved playing for, to that's it, it's done. And I'm thinking, 26. And it's not just that I can't play football at this point, Smudge. I can't walk.
Yeah.
I'm 26.
Starts to not being about football, isn't it?
And then I'm getting referred to pain clinic. So I'm they're virtually saying to me, "This is you for the rest of your life." So I go to pain clinic, and I'm sat. I went first time, saw this woman, and she was like, "Yeah, well, we're gonna do this with your painkillers, blah blah blah." So I'm like, there needs to be a better option than me being on this many painkillers at 26-year-old.
Yeah, looking around waiting room and everybody else is 50s and 60s.
Older than that.
It's just me.
And they're looking at me thinking, "What's he doing here?" And she says, "Oh, I'm referring to specialist, this guy." And I'm like, "Well, what's he gonna know more than surgeon who I've seen?"
Yeah.
Like one of the top surgeons in country on back surgery. So I goes again a few weeks later. I see this guy, and he says, he's got this X-ray out. I don't know what I'm looking at, by the way. So he's showing me. So he's going, "Oh, this is where you've had operation, and this is where he's been injected," and he's showing me that thing. He says, "But I don't think problems here. I think you've got scar tissue build up here, and that's what's causing all pain." So I'm saying to him, "Well, why would you know that and surgeon didn't know that?" Why is he injecting me into there? He went, because he's doing the right thing because he thinks the pain's coming from there. But after seeing these scan results, I want to do an ultrasound. I want to put an injection through them. You know them holes you got in your hips. I'm going to go through the middle of that, and I'm going to go in. And he's showing me on this thing, and I'm going, no, you're not. Yeah, I'm going, nah, mate, it's not happening. So he's going, yeah, I know, but I want to give it a go. I went, he's had 2 goes. I went, and the worse than surgery. I said, I don't want to do it. So he's going, let me have 1 go. I went, put me to sleep. He went, I can't put you to sleep, I'll sedate you. So I'm thinking, if I'm a bit artery, it might not be that bad. You know when you're going for something like that and you're scared? It doesn't work, the sedation doesn't work whatsoever. Yeah. After he gives it you, and you come back out, you want to just pass out, but he's literally, he's got me under, obviously, ultrasound, and he goes through, and he presses the injection in, and it hit my muscle on the way through, by the way, the most painful, probably 30 seconds of my life, and all my body just goes cold, like literally freezing cold, and I'm thinking he's got something here, he's hit something. So, comes round, he's like, yeah, I've got it banging spot, I know you must long way through, I know it's painful, he says, but I've got the spot that I wanted to get, so let's see what it's like. I've never been in pain since.
No.
No, it literally went away, and I've not get me wrong, I get a stiff bite, but I've never had hope since.
Has it got his number?
I know, it's mad, innit? I'm literally telling him, no, it's not happening, and I've, obviously, it weren't right straight away, I were proper, all I'm thinking to myself is, I'm not going to force myself to play football, literally, I'm living pain free at the moment, and I've had a torrid time here.
I'm happy, just as it is.
I'm happy. I'm
Yeah.
happy. And then one of my best mates, lad called Fraser, he phones me up, do you fancy running a football team with me, local, we all lads? I'm like, yeah, I do, yeah. I'll help you run it, get back involved, I'll help you run it. So he starts training.
And what it a new side he had set up?
Yeah, just a local boozer, forum at Winkerbank. So I started with Fraser, set up, started training. Someone new had just took off at pub, to be honest, and we got some. Her brother he called Danny Bates, keeper. Got some mates. I'll bring them down. We had some mates. And we just ended up with a decent side. I'll be honest with you, best few years I've ever had.
Did you play it all?
Yeah, so how it come about is we were training first few weeks, and I'm not training. I've got my boots on, I've got my trackies on or whatever. I'm not training, but when it goes out, I'm fetching it, kicking it back, and I'm thinking, feels alright. This.
Next to there, aren't they?
Yeah. So that's exactly how it went. It just literally just went from that to like, I'll join in for 10 minutes. I said to Fraser, I might join in next sesh. Approaching about 28 when I played for my first season with Forum. Sure, I was 28. So like nearly 2 years after leaving Halifax. But yeah, just honestly, some characters in that dressing. Honestly, these stories I ain't fucking telling on here. But wow.
There's not like a good Sunday league
side,
is there, mate?
No, and it was just. So obviously, from being young, I signed contracts.
Yeah.
So I weren't allowed to play Sundays.
No.
Weren't allowed to really do much else. I played fives. I shouldn't have played fives. I was playing fives down
Yeah.
the pits. I weren't allowed.
Pits.
Yeah, pits, proper place. Yeah, tasty down there.
Good bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I loved it down there. To be fair, I still carried on with that right through. And then I'm sure I joined back in when I was back. Yeah, when I was back playing. So we're still playing, same lads.
Yeah.
Been down the 8 years. You'll know Infa, Jumbo.
Yeah.
Diamonds were playing with Generation, and I'm sure they were still. I'm sure I went back and played with them because I was playing with them before. I loved it down there, but yeah, like I say, we Sunday League team, oh my god, it was just literally religious to just like play football in the morning, and then everybody went to the pub. Everybody went
What
to the
league
pub.
did you join in?
Imperial 4.
Jesus.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think as well, when you're saying like all these setbacks and you're starting off, and it's no disrespect to any others in any level, but if you are going to play in that, even an half fit James Smith.
Oh yeah, well I was fit. I was fit.
Scoring.
Yeah. I didn't play up front.
Centre half.
Yeah. Yeah. So how that come about is we were training, and like I didn't know half the lads who were coming training at first.
No.
So they were like, oh, bring me mate. Where do you play up front? Where do you play up front? We had no defenders.
No defenders, yeah.
No defenders. So
Yeah. All defenders to this side of me, all forwards to that side of me, all 30 go that way.
That's exactly pretty much what it was. And I just said to Fraser, look, I'll have to just be playing. I'll play centre back. So yeah, finished top goal scorer.
Yeah.
From centre back. And we had some decent players. Matty O joined us halfway through. I'm just trying to think about killed Josh Gibson, used to play for Hallam. We had him. Tyrone Thompson. His brother played. Joe's great player. Him.
Yeah.
Great player. He could have done well at football. Yeah. Just.
You football league then?
Yeah.
Battered it.
Yeah. We. So we won the league. Yeah, I mean, we're far up. To be fair, there were two new sets because it were all new teams.
Yeah.
So you don't always get. It's
people
not
think it's very shit division, but it's
the
not
league
all.
above was shitter than the one that we were in.
Yeah.
So we joined, and then we had Chores to join, which is Gary Eads' side. So Eads is playing with his mates who've got an half decent side. And then there were other teams. There were another side in there who were good. Who got a few lads who I'd be able to tell you. So we had some good sides, and then we won that, and then we won cup. We were first ever team to win cup from Division 4.
We were fine with that.
Parkgate.
Okay.
We beat Earl Marshall, which were off just off at Manor.
Were they a couple of divisions above you?
Yeah, they were in Div 1, I believe. Yeah, so we knocked the Premier League champs at Akenthorpe in the semis.
Right.
And we beat them to a good game and all, a good game. And then we played Earl Marshall in final. And they had some good lads, to be fair. And we went 1-0 down after about 30 seconds. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, are we going to get murdered again? And we beat them 4-1 in end. Mike were a joke, to be honest. Yeah, he just fucking, he turned it on. But we lost in final at Junior Cup that year.
Yeah.
But Matty were cup tied, so he weren't allowed to play, which I think were massive for us at the time. I think if Matt had been fit, we'd have had a better chance. But we played Memories in final, you'll know. So Southie played. Yeah. Fucking Southie. Fucking punches the ball out from a cross goes in. He fucking punches it about 50 yards. Ref don't give nothing, don't get a pen of fucking no. And it were a Stocky and all.
Yeah, Stocky.
It were a Stocky. But they were a fucking video of it. And he just literally just punches it.
He was on in a few weeks, so we'll give him a chance to.
We'll ask him about
it.
That's where you fucking. Yeah, he can edit miles and he can punch it fucking further. I'll tell you that now.
They had good side members, didn't they?
Fucking mate, to be fair, they deserve to win that day. Yeah. They proper bopped us. They bopped us that day. I looked at them after and thought, fucking hell, good side. They do already in the league.
That's good. That's two good sides in the trophy.
Yeah.
Never mind the cup.
Yeah. They were a good side.
Yeah.
I was impressed with them. We beat some good sides on the way to that Junior Cup final. Beat Swinton. So they were a good side. Yeah. We went to their place, beat them 2-1. So again, went 1-0 up after about 30 seconds. Yeah. Thought we were going to get drilled. But we just had grit. Didn't have a lot of standout quality players, but we just had lads who just for 90 minutes would just give absolutely everything. And it were good.
That's why you were asking it.
Yeah. Well, Vil Powell's brother played for us, didn't he?
Right.
Yeah, he's saying because Vil were a very, very hard working footballer. And Dane was saying we're as good as Vil, but just horrible to play against. Big, strong, chased everything down. But like I said, he weren't in Ville's league.
And so you were there about 3 years, what you said for him?
Yeah, so I did I do 2 or 3? I did 2 or 3 years, I think it was 2 actually with Fraser. And then I never played at Meadowhall League, and obviously it got a good reputation. You obviously played for Turf, didn't you? And
Jags,
yeah.
Yeah.
But they were, obviously I went Earl. I went and played for Ryan Isler, for Earl. And I said I'd have 1 season, and that's what I did. Went back to Fordham straight after. But yeah, we were top at Christmas. We played extra games than other teams. Like we'd not played like loads more, like 2 or 3. I don't know what happened after Christmas. I think we finished 3rd bottom. I don't know what happened.
What was in that Earl team? Is Norm still playing?
So we had Canny at net.
Scully played.
Scully helped
Every now and again.
a little bit, yeah. So we had Wesel played. Jonas started season. I don't think it finished. Burbs not playing now.
Cotton was he?
Cots did play for. Cots got sent off after 2nd or 3rd game of season for something really stupid. I didn't see him again.
No.
Didn't see him. I'm sure he went to.
Nathan played. Nathan. He was one of Scully's mates. Kerry, no?
No. Liam Greenfield played. Lenny did a little bit.
Now and again, yeah.
Trying to think who we had.
Ash Longstaff?
No. I were up front with Chris Wood.
Oh, would he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Step of a king, would he?
Chop.
Chop.
Fucking hell, out of times I'm running out of the box with that. Fucking Jesus, guy.
Just put it
Fucking just put the cookie in the box. Go play though. Fuck me. I used to go eat chop. I used to fucking do that.
Imagine how bad the hips and back.
I know, yeah. But he used to do it. Fucking hell. I don't think I've seen anybody better at it.
No.
Oh, but yeah, good player, wasn't it?
They were actually
held it up well, good tidy player.
They were about renaming it the Wood, weren't they?
Yeah. Fucking honestly, what a shot.
Yeah, but everybody knew what he used to do, and he still did it.
I always just, it's like watching Arjen and Robin. You knew what we were going to do.
Yeah.
You couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
But Woody was saying, just chop like, and I'd
Yeah, good lad though, Woody, as well.
very good lad.
I also do a chop in front of Standard Park getting all fans.
Yeah, you will do. Like Waddle with shoulder drop. Oh, all fans are going.
Good lad and all.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else played that season for them.
They'll have been a good side because they're always.
We had a, you know what? We had a good side, but we've not got like a typical Earl side.
I didn't come at a time though where there were a lot of lads who would have played for Earl on contracts at places.
I think what had happened is I think the old guard at the Earl were just getting to that point where they were not playing, where they were starting to not play. Yeah, where they were old.
Bobby Moore was in that.
Yeah,
Bobby Moore was the manager the year before. And then obviously he kind of stepped out, and then Ryan came in. But like pre-season, I thought, yeah, we got some good lads, but again, we were just all getting a bit older. Like me, John. I mean, obviously I was 30 that year, 29, 30. I think John was a little bit older than me. I think.
John was my age.
I don't know what you.
44 now, so.
Yeah, so he's a little bit older than me. So yeah, so like John were like early 30s.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it that season. It was a good season.
So then you went full circle and went back to playing Saturdays.
Yeah.
So just go back to
I said no about 5 times, by the way, to this.
Where did this move come from?
Whippy. So Steve, well, it was Whippy with Earl. So he phones me up and he's going, I'm taking over Clipston with Miller. I didn't know him at the time.
Yeah.
So
manager.
yeah. So great manager by the way, superb manager. So I goes, no, absolutely not interested.
I'm not going back into Saturdays.
No, said no. So it's like,
Especially travelling.
yeah, well, Clipston weren't. It's only Mansfield. It's not that far. I don't think we're even that. So I just didn't want to do it. Just like no, just said no. Like no, I'm not bothered, not interested. Like, oh come on, not interested. So he must have phoned me 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, no.
Another great goal, Whippy.
Yeah, Ray good. I still speak to Whippy now. Ray good.
A couple of weeks, well, a couple of months ago now, he, I think he got steps on playing for Handsworth 21s.
He weren't manager, weren't he, at 21s or 18s? They were manager of one of them. But yeah, so I, like I said no. 5 times, I reckon. And he says to me, just come and play in a friendly for us. So I thought to myself, I'll go and have a look. I don't know why. I'm glad I did. But I said to him at the time, because I'd just got Matty to sign for Earl. And I said, I'll come, but I'm bringing my mate with me. I said, you need to have a look at him. So he's gone, no, we don't need any more players. I'm like, Whippy, let me bring him. It's a friendly. You could just say no. So he says, yeah, all right, bring him. I'll have a word with Millie. So I brings Matty. We plays. We fucking murders this team. I scored 1 or 2, I think it were. Matty got, I think, 1. But we were fucking unbelievable. He went, you know what Matty's like when he's on. When he fancies it, he's fucking unplayable. We had a kid called Dan Wood on other side. Fucking fastest kid I've ever seen. You thought I'm sure I'd have loved to have raced him in my prime time. I reckon he probably might have done me. He was fucking rapid. I've never seen him as quick in my life. So we play with that front three. Me, Matt, Dan. And then you've got Ash Rawson. We ended up with Steve Carter, but Carter didn't play that game. But Rose played, Mintoff, Stewell, Carl Morbe. I'm trying to think who else played that game, that friendly. And I'm thinking, fucking, there's some good lads here.
Decent side.
Yeah, good lads. Some good lads here. And Millie says after the game, like, I want you both to sign. Me and Matty straight away. So I said to Matt, what you reckon? He went, yeah, I fancy it. And I thought, I don't mind it at all. I quite enjoyed it. So I went, yeah, you know what, yeah. He went, I've only got 1 form. I went, let him sign it. I says, I'll sign one. You've got my word. And he went, yeah, all right, sound. So I was doing that. I only got 1 form.
I'm going to photocopy it. We've just got 1 form.
Last one.
Yeah,
Who wants it?
He must have brought it for me, and he was like,
you got to change it. You can imagine another lads were deregistering. You need the form.
They'd have probably thought Matty were going to be shit. That's what it were. They probably thought, who's he bringing? He didn't realise he's a player. But I were on that, I don't know if you remember that Earl White ride for Whippy's wife.
Okay.
So I were on that the weekend after. We I don't know if you scored it. I don't know, did you score it over that?
Can't remember.
I can't remember. There were loads, then I said there were loads. Bits we definitely on it, massive were on it. It were really good. It were good that. For hard work like it were good, but I were on that week after, so I said, look, I'm not going to be available for a few weeks maybe because 1, I've got that, and 2, I need to rest after I've done that for so long. Like touching 30, I had all these problems, I'm thinking, no. So I had a couple of weeks off, then Matty'd been going, I'd gone back. And yeah, what a season. What a season that were. Literally, again, one of the most enjoyable, especially in non-league. But
no pressure.
No, not really.
You know, like from when you're saying you're playing at step 2, step 3's Chef Club.
I always put pressure on myself though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You were at Clipston, sort of just outside comfort zone.
Yeah.
Just outside where people know you, but I'm just going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you were thinking, right, I'll just go and have 1 season.
I think you won first 13, 12, 13,
10
games.
And I played you, lost. You'll be out first team to beat us 1-0 at our place. Remember it. You scored. Did you?
Yeah.
It'll probably fucking be Mark and
It might have been actually. It might have been.
I don't think it were.
Anyway.
I remember it if you were my fault.
You're on bikes.
Yeah. I used to walk the Clintons, but so they didn't score.
We beat you 1-0, didn't we?
Mintoff or
We got went and won it easy, didn't you?
Who was sorry?
Went and won it easy.
No, we won it. We won it on last day of season.
Did you?
We won it the last day. I think we were promoted the game before. We won it on last game of season. But yeah, what a season. Literally, I mean, we had no budget.
No.
Lads were getting 15 quid a win.
Yeah.
That were it. So I was getting a bit, but not a lot.
You deserve some back.
Yeah.
For your games.
Yeah, I do. I weren't in it for money. I weren't in it for money at all. Yeah. Literally, that had gone. I weren't at hockey. I'm going to Mansfield. It's not far, is it? didn't really train that much.
And you would order travel down together, wouldn't you? And stuff. So
Yeah. Me and Audie went together every week.
Take a bit of pride in the
In fact, I tell you what, we'd be picked us up every week from the house. Yeah, so we used to have a good slurp after and all.
Happy days.
Go down to Albert where his dad had pools. Oh, yeah.
You were taking a bit of pride that you got Matty involved at that level as well. You know what I mean? From now you're slightly older and...
Yeah, I mean, it's like every stepping stone, isn't it? And it's like me with Steve Moffat. I owe Moff for giving me that first sort of like jump. Like he probably looks at it and goes, but you got to go and do it after. You can't just. Yeah. You've got to go and do it, haven't you? So
you can get someone involved. We've got to deliver.
Yeah, I have with a few. To be fair, I've always tried to. If I think someone's good enough, sort of like go. You know what I mean? You need to go and have a look at him whatsoever. But yeah, he's done well. He's done well out of it. To be fair to him.
Yeah, on game at Stocking, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just helping Scully out while I went at Earl. I didn't really want to do that either.
I didn't come in and play a few games.
I didn't play many.
Working to the way again.
We played against Dino. That was last time I saw him.
No, Charlie.
Charlie. Might have been Charlie. And I came off, got blown to dinner after about 10 minutes. I'd scored. I'd scored. We were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And
they were a good side.
Yeah.
Their manager.
They beat us 4-5-1.
Flitcroft.
Yes.
Yeah, it might have.
A bit about you. Obviously now you've gone into. I want to touch on a couple of bits really. I want to touch on opposite side of White Line now.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of experience with Forum on a Sunday and obviously managing players, but now doing it on a different level. So where in terms of your management side or assistant manager side, where's it took you?
So I started at Kiverton with Tomo. So Tomo phoned me up.
Yeah.
Said I'm getting a job at Kiverton. Do you want to come? Thought about it, and I love Tomo. And I thought, you know what? Let's go and have a look. Yeah. See what it's like. See if it's for me. Yeah. Can always come away, can't you? You're not tied into it, are you? So I went there. Kieran Gallagher was chairman, and we weren't doing. I think we were second bottom. And then we went there with Tomo, brought a few in, started getting some decent results. We were only starting to beat Retford that season. Because they romped them. And we started looking like getting half a decent side together. Brought Matty in, Chapper, some good lads. Some good players, especially for that level.
Connor Chap.
Yeah. And then went to Maltby after that, didn't we?
So the Kiverton one, were there an issue with...
So he applied for planning permission for floodlights and it got rejected, and he virtually said after that point, I ain't putting no more money into a football club, I can't take any further. So, which is fair. Is
that what it was?
That's exactly what it was. There's no other reason behind it. He'd started doing decent things to ground. Pitch were unbelievable. Pitch were unbelievable. And
is it the one across the school?
The one, the old Kiverton man's welfare. So, and I remember playing on that for him in a friendly a few years ago. Oh, what a shit tip that were! And he turned it round completely.
I remember going with girls, and me and Pitch were all like sort of taped off, cordoned off, and it looked smart.
Honestly, it was so good. Nice. And then obviously we went other end of the spectrum from here to Woodlet Lane, which. It was just a recipe for disaster straight away. It just weren't meant to.
Who were you following in?
Dawson Lee. So Kieran went there as chairman. Wanted us to go with him. So I think Lee had already walked, at that point. I think Lee had walked.
It was because they got that final, hadn't they?
I don't know when he went in and went, I want you to go with me. So that was it. So we went there.
Football, isn't it?
Yeah, and Dawson got a good group of sort of lads together who loved him. And so when we went in, they all fucked off. Which, fair enough, innit? I mean, I say it's football, it's never, I don't ever class it as personal, it's not personal.
We were a complete rebuild for you, weren't we?
Complete rebuild. And we got some good lads in.
We did, Salter playing.
Salter, Matt Ray, who was superb. Ben Harriott, we got
Yeah.
took from Kiverton.
Yeah.
He's doing really well at hands.
Obviously, Matty come here, hasn't he?
Matty come, Ollie Curry.
Yeah.
So we had Spiner, a really good side. I mean, at first we had Alex Hardwick up front. Fucking what a monster he is! What a player!
Yeah.
I love him, mate. I love him. That player that you just don't want to play against is him. He's one of them players. Like I say, balls up in there. You know he's coming.
Yeah.
You know he's going to be there. Really, really good player. I'm not surprised he's playing where he is now at all. He did well for Stockton, didn't
He did really well. Got his move to Ilkeston, didn't it?
So we got in. And Sam Aykroyd up front.
Yes.
Sam had a decent year before, but he finished with an injury. And then he came back to us pre-season. I don't think he was fully right, to be honest, straight away. I don't think we saw best of Sam. But we had foundations of a really, really good side, especially just to build that through the summer. And we started okay. We weren't. It was just a mid-table job there. And then, but we'd lost Alex in pre-season. We played a pre-season friendly at Ilkeston and we beat them, and we rightfully beat them as well. And they had all their players out. They were we've got so and so missing. They had the full team out, and we popped them, to be honest. They had a lot of ball across back four, but you can have that. And then we just every time we went forward, it looked like scoring. And Long Eaton Gaffer were there, who's now at Ilkeston.
Yeah, Deacon.
Yeah. And he snapped him straight away. Took him that day. Literally came straight in for him and we're gone within 2 days. I'm surprised he come in for more after that performance. Because Matty was superb.
Did Deacon end up at Aquaforce for me in there? It was beautiful, weren't he?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know if they were at Aquaforce, don't we? Potentially might have been.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he was Long Eaton did well.
Did right well at Long Eaton, got a few promotions there, I think, and then he left, didn't he? A few games in it.
So what happened with Molby then? Just
so there were stuff going off in the background. With Kieran and old committee weren't seeing eye to eye as such, and it just everybody was just leaving one by one. It was just a bit of a farce, to be honest. And then Kieran walked. So. Budget got cut way before that. So Budget got cut quite early doors in the season. We virtually lost everybody.
Yeah.
Budget were next to none.
Yeah.
Literally next to none.
Yeah.
Lads, majority younger ones especially agreed to stay for even though they'd been offered more money at other places. Yeah. And then Tom all walked and I got left with it for a bit. Kieran left. And then obviously new chairman coming, Kieran White. He's a great bloke, by the way, really good bloke. And he brought the old committee back, and I think we were third bottom, but with lowest money. We were doing all right. We're starting to bring some decent players in, and I was like getting to a point when I'm thinking we're going to start picking a few results. We've got an half decent side for the money we've got. And I think Kieran phoned me up and he was like, "Look, I'm getting a bit of pressure off at committee," and I'm thinking, "We ain't been here all season, so I'm just walking back in and you know what I mean, not seeing what's really happening. That we're working, we know, and we're not bottom."
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, I know, I'm you know what I mean. I know what you're saying," and I says, "Look, I'll lend you my notice and you can take it or you don't." And he was like, "Well, I'm going to have to take it." I went, "That's fine. Because there's no hard feelings on my end," which it never is. I don't like to say it's not. Football's not personal.
Yeah.
You're not phoning me up and going, "Look, can't stand you. You're gone."
Circumstances, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is what it is. I mean, I speak to Kieran on a regular basis. I get on with him. He's such a good bloke.
Melbourne's a unique club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's done good things with it by down there. Have you seen it? Have you been?
Yeah.
Recently, done really well.
Yeah.
And then they've I think they're not going to make playoffs, are they? Which is a shame. But I want it to go well for him because I feel as though there was such a bad period of everything that was just kind of like happening, especially when I was there.
Is Kieran still there then? Is it?
Kieran White's still there. Who's the new chairman who took over from Kieran Gallagher. And like I said, I do hope it goes well for him. He's a really good bloke. But on the flip side of it, I was glad to be out. They were a relief of it when kind of like
And then you went into goal for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, so I got Dave messaging me, and I said no to him 3-4 times. And he's rung me up and he's like, look, just come in and see what you think till end of season. And I didn't really know Nate, to be fair, at the time. And then I kind of went in, took some of my own players, and we just went on a crazy run to stay up.
Yeah.
I think the difference we got Matt, Ben, what else did I bring in? Bolton, and Moose Abel. We got all from Maltby. Who were really good, and then we got a kid called Bryce Gassane from Eccleshill, who's now playing in third tier of Spanish football. Yeah. So we get him from Eccleshill. I'd seen him a few times, and I was like, I were on verge of getting into Maltby. Yeah. So I were on verge of getting into Maltby. I'd been speaking to him before we put the 7 days in. That were up. I was speaking to him. He was virtually telling the lads who played for us he were going to come.
Yeah.
So obviously I leave, and then he doesn't come. And then Dawson, Lee come in there, start obviously getting rid of a load of players because they want their own players in, rightly so. And I took Price to what do you call it, to goal with us, and I'll be honest with you, he kept us up. He kept us up. He were a joke. You were a joke. Some goals and what he was scoring, you just think to yourself, play a lot higher than this. Yeah. I didn't realise how high. But yeah, he was such a.
He's really missing goal on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I was saying, got lads in that message me saying, why don't you drop Bryce a message somewhere? I was like, why would he come back to us here? He'll turn full-time football now, and it's son to come back to us. It's like, nah, he's not going to do that. Yeah. But obviously, at the end of the year, I decided it weren't sort of for me. I stepped away. Yeah.
Got a season ticket.
Got a season ticket. At Hillsborough.
Yeah. 7,000.
I renewed my season ticket at Hillsborough because I still got one. Yeah. So yeah, I started going there. But
good lad.
Yeah.
And I can remember seeing a lot of Facebook posts from you and. You were proper dad and lads Saturdays, weren't it? We were young and
I love my time with him. Yeah. I've got 2 others as well, but obviously similar interest with him is crazy. Literally everything that I like, he likes. So yeah, my weekends.
And you're back at goal now with Rion.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to go where you wanted it to go this year.
No, it's not. I mean,
in terms of club,
we are down. In regards to mathematically, we are relegated. It's been a tough slog. We wasn't happy with the squad. We've had to do a complete overhaul. And I like
midway through season as well.
It's midway through. No real pre-season.
Yeah.
And it's not a disrespect to lads who were there. We just not. Every manager has his own sort of like look on everybody and how they want to play and what sort of players they want. And we weren't happy, and we've ended up.
Where does the link with Rion come?
So I met Rion last season. So Rion were injured. He'd done his ACL, MCL and meniscus, I believe, so bad. Just before I got there. So he went on sidelines every week, virtually. So I get on him just from that, and then he were helping run it at the beginning of the season because of that. So he's not... So before he's up, he were helping Nath with everything, and then obviously Nath stepped down, and Rion took over. But he rung me straight away and was like, "Look, I need to come back." And I won't lie, I loved it that last season in regards to the people who were there. Everything about that club is. It could go so much further. When you're doing well, the crowds are they're big, especially for sort of like North East counties level. Yeah. I mean, even now we've been doing shite, and they're still there every week, and it's like fair play. I mean, we're not happy.
No,
we're not happy by any sort of stretch. I mean, we're happier. The squad now we've got and the players we've got. You look at it, we've picked quite a few points up. Especially after Christmas. Apart from the one blip against sort of like Anza where we got murdered, bit of an off day. We've done well after Christmas. We've done really well, and and we know that we've got another build to do in summer, but nowhere near what we've had to do before.
And you think, like, in terms of for the club, there's obviously a new ground coming in, or a refurbishment of the ground to make it, modern times and stuff. And you think it might not be a bad thing?
What, going down?
Going down, a proper rebuild, or do you think the club would like a reshuffle of teams?
I don't think it's the worst thing in regards to that we get to really hit the reset one.
Because it's a line and a fresh start. Or it feels like that. So.
I feel as though it did need it. Whether we get a reprieve or not, I don't know. I don't know whether we will or not. But at the end of the day, look, we've finished in bottom 2, so as far as we're concerned, we're going to be in Div 1 next year. And we're trying to, I'll be honest with you, we're trying to build a side that's good enough to do something in sort of like our league now, what we're in now. So, but like I said, it's such
it'll be easy to win new ground.
Miles easier.
More appealing for players to come.
So we're coming in sort of like when we did, and you're trying to sell somebody, no points, we had no points, no goals, so we've not scored a single goal at this point. We're, to be fair, shit pitch, and we're not paying stupid money.
So having this 4G down will generate income?
No, because it's council owned, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
So we're not going to see the financial benefits of that, we just get to play on it.
Oh, okay.
So we won't reap the problem. But
the facility will be
the facility will be. You're asking somebody to come and look at this. You're going to come and play on this every week. It's a different conversation, and it's come and play on this.
Does it take that little bit though? I know we've discussed it similar with Frickley. We go like Frickley now move change rooms to the other side away from that stand. And I can remember playing against good goal sides.
Well,
when people are there.
I had my first visit to Frickley the other day, so I wouldn't have never experienced it where the change rooms used to be, but I could see where they were.
It were hard.
Very similar to what it is at goal.
Yeah.
So are you thinking, like, in terms of an away side coming, it might be easier to come to a goal when they've had this refurbishment than what it is now?
Yeah.
Well, they won't, because the stand's going in the same place. So they're still going to come out through that end. Yeah. It's not, the changing rooms aren't moving.
I just remember playing against a good goal sides over years where they were at it.
They were intimidating, weren't they?
And
yeah,
the 11 people on there were hard enough to play against. Yeah. But the 200 then that's giving you pelters.
Yeah, and that main stand,
I've had coffee chucks at the you know what I mean?
It's
bits of pie coming on. But it's not like that anymore, is it really?
No, I can't remember the last time, even as a manager, I haven't been to any grounds this season where I thought, well, that would be tasty. I've not had really any, bad, not to like where I remember as a player, we played Kettering away, they were up for winning league, I'd scored to make it 1-1, and then we had about 10 to go, I've gone down to the other end, I put ball in there to make it 2-1. I've run over, Adam Burley's grabbing me, pulling me towards the crowd. I'm like, Bill's, because Bill's my nutcase anyway. Yeah. He's pulling me, and he's like, Bill's just like into them all. They're fucking chucking all sorts at me. I'm like, bitch, I've got fucking cups coming in.
Bill.
Yeah. And I'm like, fucking hell. And that's how it were then. As a player, I'm playing then. Yeah. But like, as a man, I've not seen it. I think that sort of side's coming out really massively. I don't know if it's because of sanctions or I don't know.
Yeah, I think only one we've had this season. I'm laughing because we've got Brett Agnew coming on. So, Brig.
Yeah, Brig.
They give you it. They let you have it.
I were expecting it to be bad at Frickley.
Yeah, but the legend's gone on it, I think, from Frickley. That sense of.
I was told, I was pre-warned, it could get a bit, but it never sort of like materialised, but it were...
you just have certain stands, don't you? Certain stadiums.
Telford, yeah. Telford were not, they used to stand right behind dugout and gate you, didn't they? Yeah, I remember coming off one game, and they were just on me. Just on me straight away. I don't think I ever won
FC United really
never played there.
3,000 battering me.
Yeah.
we won 4-1, so it were alright.
Yeah.
Days when that happens. But Jam, I really appreciate you coming on there. Good luck with the rest of the season. Yeah. If it ends.
We've got 2 left, and we kind of play for second bottom. So
fingers crossed you have a good start next year. If it's in Div 1 and try and get them back to have a positive season and get back at it.
Yeah.
Obviously, keep winning with your young lad. He's a chip off the old block by looks at goals.
I hope
He's been
so.
scoring, mate.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed that he goes on and has half a career that you've had. He'll have done all right, mate. But I really appreciate you coming on to me. It's been
anytime, mate. Anytime.
Thanks so much.
No
mate.
problem.
Cheers.
No problem.
Cheers, pal.
Anytime.